But I'm muted, so you didn't hear me say that we are live now. Hello. Let's get this stream advertised. I really need to create some new assets. Oh no, I am quiet because I've got my audio there down quiet. Let everybody know. Get out. Video updates. We kept running, wait away. Now I believe it was a video and it streams. Yes. Do it, Maya. Bam, ba-dam, bam, bam. There we go. Who we got in the chat? Hello, the Jared Bunch, Bionis or Mechanis. We're excited for this. Worst part of Xenoblade Chronicles. Play some Digga. What's it named? It's not named. Yeah, so let's chill. Oh, you got me worried then for a moment. I thought that this was still titled as Q&As like in the last stream. Oh God. What is chat down? What have I done? Ah. Let's put some there. Oh, play some Digga. No. Absolutely not. Get tossed. We're going to be having, hopefully, a little blast on this stream, doing some bits and pieces. There we go. Position the chat like so. Make that nice and big. We've got some plans for this stream. We're going to be exploring Xenoblade 1 Out of Bounds. This isn't going to be Definitive Edition though, considering I'm going to be using an Xbox controller to position it. So if we go to the full screen really quickly, I also just want to get some confirmation, if possible, from people that are currently here. Is my audio sounding okay? Microphone? Yep, my microphone is still on, still showing. And is the music in the background still sounding okay? Because this is the first time that I'm trying to use all my different bits and pieces in conjunction together to see if they're working. So as soon as we get the all clear from somebody in chat, then we will have a little go. All sounds good to me, I think. Fantastic. As long as you can hear me nice and clearly. You sound found. I think it's supposed to be fine. But I can't hear the game. That's fine. I've not got the game audio on. I can put the game audio on in the background, but we've got some music. You can hear the music, yeah? That we've got playing in the background. Both sounding good, so you can obviously hear it. So fantastic. So this is the Wii version of Xenoblade 1. This isn't Definitive Edition because I do not have the ability at my disposal to be able to mod Xenoblade 1 to the Definitive Edition to the point where I will be able to access and play through it. So as you can see, we're going to be able to go through it, and as I can demonstrate right here, I have the ability to do things and go to places I'm not supposed to be able to go to with this emulation of Xenoblade 1. So the intention is to use this ability to fly all around the map. So immediately we can kind of get a grasp. I've already looked at some areas myself, but you can get a grasp of how things are actually built up. Don't worry about your English as well. Not everything has to be super key. But as you can see, this isn't actually the Monado, it's just a little image. I've seen this far. This is just a little layer. The whole world sort of just disappears. But it's kind of neat. I mean, I studied games design through college, so I find a lot of this sort of stuff really neat. I'm also already demonstrating one of the issues of the abilities that we've got here. This camera can be a little bit finicky from time to time, so we will play around with that. But yeah, this is literally how they've made the home screen. But let's continue on. Now, I already have a save file. I'm not very far. As I say, I'm not very far. I've got an hour. I've made it to Sword Valley. In fact, I've actually got even further and can go even further. Weren't the devs like super efficient when making the huge world that is this game? For the most part, from the I've only seen a bit because I've only had to use this a few times for certain clips and whatnot. Every now and then it looks like the stream's going to disappear. I have to stay clicked onto it for my Xbox controller to actually work. So if I have to click onto the left for any particular reason, the screen may temporarily go black. Let's make it daytime. So I'll just quickly show you the abilities that we've got at hand, and then I can start taxiing everyone around. So I cannot spin the camera. I can move the camera via moving Shulk, but my left stick does absolutely nothing. So we're not going to be able to position the camera, and if we want to position the camera, we've got to use the free angle. I do have moon jumps and can thus fly, which means we can get up very, very high into places out of bounds that we're not supposed to be. Although we've hit a wall here, this is still very solid. And you'll learn a lot about how the mechanics of this game works when you're able to go through anywhere. Obviously, this location isn't solid, and we immediately fall through the wood. I imagine there will be a death barrier at some point, but we can see the Mechanis. Now, the camera is constantly attached to Shulk, so if Shulk's moving, the camera will stay constantly moving. But this is just like an example, so we can sort of see the fallen arm. This is the low textured version of the fallen arm. Oops, the fallen arm. The Mechanis over there, and the Bionis. Now, one of the things that I will start off with showing, which... Okay, we cannot pause the game whilst falling. So, is this actually water? Oh no, there we go. There's the death barrier. And we're back. Okay. So, one of the most interesting locations, which I'll show you to start off with, and it goes into the point of actually being efficient, is I have unlocked, with cheats, the ability to travel anywhere in the game. Hey, I'm here. Good to see just some dude. The only location I don't have available and don't think I can access is the Spacey map. Can you do this in Xeno 2? See, this is an emulator with like, I'm sure you can. I've seen emulated gameplay of Torna, so it wouldn't surprise me to know that you'd be able to do this in Xenoblade 2 either. Because all this is just an emulation of Xenoblade 1 on the PC, which is hence the reason I'm playing with an Xbox controller. But it's very interesting because, as you can see, Shulk's got the junk sword on its back, and there is no other party members with us. So we're actually... Like, I'm at the point in the game where I'm supposed to go to... inside the lab and meet Dixon for the first time and see the Monado for the first time, which we haven't done yet. And I've basically just managed to unlock the entire area and get access to every location really easily. But one of the most interesting things that I found is that we can still access the Mechanis core by standing onto the teleporter. There is no fast travel point to the Mechanis core. For whatever reason, I mean, you only ever go here for one mission to do one fight against Egil, so it's not that different. I should have probably put a warning there. The Mechanis core's a bit buggy with the camera. For whatever reason, you move the slightest bit and it all freaks out. But I found something very interesting here, and this is actually, also just want to say I love your videos, man. Thank you. I actually have one of your videos linked a lot in my Discord at the moment because somebody's recommended that I watch it, and I am going to when I get a point to actually come around and have a look. Those HD textures make the game look beautiful. They do. Considering this is the Wii version, these, let's just get out. The HD textures actually make it look really, really pretty. But yeah, so this is actually the Mechanis core. You can see the actual area in there, and this is where the boss fight would normally take place. No worries. But what's really interesting is, you keep in mind, you only ever see the inside. The whole thing is sealed, and for whatever reason, there's a load of Mechanis stuff, pipes, all this landmass, that is all, hang on, that is all loaded in when doing this on the Xenoblade 1 on the Wii version anyway. Whether it is on Definitive Edition or not, I'm not sure. I'd imagine not. But for whatever reason, this entire area, which we never get to access and never ever get to see, is all loaded in, as well as the Bionis. Now, the Bionis makes a bit more sense, because I wonder if this model is loaded in for when Egil does his Bionis /10. When he does that art, and that therefore means that it comes through. But I'd expect to actually see the Mechanis. But the whole low poly version, hang on, let me just position the camera better. The whole of the Bionis, for whatever reason, the low poly version is loaded in during what would effectively just be the Mechanis core boss fight. IRC, the surrounding shell of the core crumbles away because you're transparent when you're fighting. You're about full big view. That's probably why, yeah. It's a bit annoying. It's the Definitive Edition or the original version. This is the original version. I don't have the ability currently to unfortunately do this on the Definitive Edition, but this is an emulated with updated textures. So the game actually looks really, really good, just naturally on its own. So it's not, if you wasn't a fan of the original graphics, then this should be updated. These are all now HD. But I do like little things like this. Like, this is the little version of Prison Island that I'm not sure when you can see this. I know there's some location that you can see this mini Alchemoth from really, really far away. But yeah, we've got this. You've also got the little Spire version. I actually wonder if this is the location where the devs were planning where everything would go. Because other than the fact that he's used for the art, I don't see any reason why the Bionis would be loaded in. It's a total marsh loaded in low poly. Let's have a look. This is why we do it. This is why we're doing this, so that we can go and have a look. There's one area that I know that is loaded in. I'm going to show you where it is, and I don't know when you'd ever actually see the model for it. Colony 6 that's the Bionis leg. Colony 6 is there. And then that's what we've got for Sator Marsh. One moment again for me just to adjust the camera. It's just a bit finicky, this camera. It's amazing how accurate the locations and petitions are in relation to the Titans models are, considering that in reality are very different maps. Indeed. So this is what would be Sator Marsh. The hip, because that's Colony 6. I should actually, hang on. Let me, just one moment. There, you can see me cursor now. I reckon in Definitive Edition these small models aren't changed too much. They said that, that only certain geometry was changed in Definitive Edition, so this is perfectly fine. I think Colony 6 right on the groin. Yeah, they arguably got the worst end of the deal. Colony 9 is down here, but for whatever reason isn't loaded in on this model. For a fact, I know from Colony 6 here, normally, you're able to see Colony 9 with it actually loaded in with this model, but it's not here. Yeah, we got Alex. Alex is me boy. But yeah, so Sator Marsh is here, and they kind of really sort of cheat, considering this is where Sator Marsh is, and then you've got the Bionis interior that shoots you up, which would shoot you all the way up to here. Hang on. Nah, to here. Because I think this is Frontier Village. And I don't get why. Can you show the Bionis shoulder? I can do. I've actually got a cheat as well, so we can actually physically go to the Bionis shoulder in this version. I haven't actually been there myself, but we can have a look and go there in a moment. But I think this is Machna Forest, and I think this is Frontier Village. But I don't. Oops, that's Earth Sea. So this is literally just right underneath. I don't get why this is loaded in, or why this is actually here at all, because I don't think there's any point in time when you actually get to see this. I'm dropping into the stream for a quick minute. Okay. No worries. But yeah, in terms of the Bionis shoulder, that's this location here, but we can actually physically go there a little bit later on. Have fun, y'all. Yeah, no worries, Sub-Zeno. Make sure to have fun at your grandma's, I think it was. I did see your comment, I just didn't read it fully. So this area is what it's actually modeled on. It's not actually all that high detailed on this low poly model. Probably because it depends when they scrapped the Bionis shoulder, actually. But there's no actual reference. They didn't bother modeling a tree that you will never see. Yeah, but there is the actual trunk there, for whatever reason. I just think Machna Forest was actually on the vertical part of the Bionis back, and gravity just made no sense. Nope, that's not the case. You've got Spire Valley, Machna Forest actually. Yeah. You've actually got Valak Mountain and the Spire here. This is, of course, Gower Plain, and we never get to explore either this arm or the other leg. And of course, Colony 9 is here. I think they make a single main Bionis model and then pop it into maps they think need it. Sometimes they only use the armor or the pulse, but it seems here they use the whole thing. Yeah, but it's weird because this is the Mechanis core. There is no reason. Hey, I'm redoing Sword Valley and Galahad Fortress on Minecraft, so seeing them would be very useful, please. Unfortunately, I mean, okay, I can do that pretty easily. So yeah, so it was in the Mechanis core. Remember, this is all textury and awful. But I don't really see the reason for that to work. This teleporter doesn't seem to work. Okay, so I can't get out. I love that you can see Colony 6 from Colony 9 from Colony 6. Absolutely. Hammered that 6-man or more exterior Mechanis. I can do exterior Mechanis. That's pretty easy. But I'm gonna go to Sword Valley quickly, and this is something that I discovered myself. For any of you who've been watching the channel for a little while, you would have seen the top 10 returning locations video that I did, and in it I've got a nice pan of looking down Sword Valley. Let's just make it daytime so it's nice. Do. And we ran into another issue. Now, there's loads of weird things in Sword Valley. Depending where you are, things aren't loaded in. Like, you know these massive walls that I can go around and have a look at, like one of these? For whatever reason, I was standing on top of one, And if I ran to one side, the other half disappeared. And if I ran to the other side, that half disappeared. So that was a bit awkward. Massive model of the Bionis again. I also believe this is a pretty low poly version as well. It looks like it with that. But the downside is that it's not actually full. Yeah, the whole Mechanis sword is actually, in terms of Sword Valley, isn't actually ever loaded in. So that's not ideal. There is the Fallen Arm still on the bottom. The Fallen Arm's actually a pretty good place to actually get a nice up close on the Mechanis. And as you can see, awkward camera controls. One moment. But there you've got the Mechanis there. The sword never actually attaches because you're never actually supposed to see that location. Yeah. And you've got the whole Mechanis down here. And that is supposed to be the thing that you travel across to actually initially get into the Mechanis. But yeah. Let's have a quick. Why can't I scroll upwards? Why can't I read chat? There we go. Now I can scroll. Let's have a quick look. Just what people are saying. If you have an expansion that took you to the other leg or arm to explore. Yeah, I mean, they did that with the Bionis shoulder, considering that was the thing in the first place. I'm redoing Sword Valley and Galahad Fortress on Minecraft, so seeing them would be useful, very please. I can have a quick look at Galahad Fortress. Depends if you want the inside. Hey Matthew, good to see you. I can see you popping up on this so I can get the new messages as well. Never understood why one arm is frozen. So, really, really interesting lore, actually. The sun in this world, I know there's not one actually in game, but the sun in this world is on this side of the world, and this planet doesn't rotate like ours does. It doesn't spin on an axis, right? So the sun always rises and lowers. I know lower's not the right term, but always comes up and goes down in the same place. So Valak Mountain, or the left arm, is always in the shade of the Bionis, which is why this location is always frozen. Pretty interesting stuff there for you. I was actually going to make a video on that and do it in terms of the Xenoblade Explained series. I don't know, share that, fair enough, don't worry. Quite a few screenshots maybe on Discord. Flat Soul still crazy that this was a Wii game indeed, or then did it lazy with this one. I've always wondered this. With how big the Bionis is in proportion to regular humanoid, is the heart also the correct size proportionally, if that makes sense? If not, is it too big or too small? I actually don't know. I haven't looked inside the Bionis interior, actually. A lot of areas like that with the interior, and if you're inside of the Titans, it tends to not spawn in the whole Titan. Spawn in. We're going to be at a really open one. So does that mean the right leg of the Bionis, the frozen? It doesn't. Oh god, that's bright. I haven't seen this in the HD graphics. Oh wow, that's this is HD textures. It does not look like it. It looks gross. They've still got the geyser. Is there... Right. Okay. No. I know why. So this is the other thing with this. This save file, like I said earlier, is right at the beginning of the game. So the Mechanis is still intact. And the Bionis hasn't yet awakened. So I wonder if this is wrong at the moment. Like the wrong colours and such. Where is Shulk? Just go back to Shulk quickly. Just so I know where in relation. Ah! One moment, I've closed this down by accident. I couldn't see chat. The right leg is the bonus leg you go to. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it is very interesting. I heard it on something again. I got most of my intel on Xenoblade 1 from Sugar Conroy, and it's something that was mentioned in his playthrough. I don't think it's a planet of infinite plane of water as far as we know. Right leg is the bonus leg you go to. I always loved how Machina Forest is connected to the Valley Mountain. The one area in the game with bad music, other than maybe Tephra and Ethermine. Have you tried free moving camera in cutscenes? I have not, but I know it'd work. But the awkward thing is when it's moving, like, so the thing is I'm free camera right now, right? If I move Shulk, the camera moves as well. So the camera's still attached to Shulk. I'm just moving the angle at which I'm positioning at Shulk. So yeah, this is better because you can see him. So as Shulk moves, if I tilt it to the right, the camera will move with him. And this is how I got some of those other scenes. So what happens when you step the heart of the Bionis? I don't know. I'm curious. So what's outside? Okay, so this is the part. Oh, you can actually still see through. See, I wondered if this was a thing in the original game. I know it was in Definitive Edition, but I don't remember looking in. This is why there'll be nothing spawned in, because you can actually see out into it. Oh, yeah, I could pause a cutscene. Maybe we'll have a go at that in a moment. This is the whole area. You can see it spawned down here, and this is the pathway that leads you into Tor Marsh. This is the place where we're not able to access yet, because Junks is already here, ready, even though we're not at that point in the game. Moradane Tussud. Imagine if there was like a desert with a huge shard of metal crowded. That'd be cool. I wish we got to explore more of the Mechanis exterior. We can do a bit in a moment. That's not loaded in for whatever reason, probably because we're too far away or not supposed to be here quite yet. And where's the upper part? Is that there? Because we've just found the yellow pool. No, the yellow pool's there, and then that fires you up here. Wow, the whole thing's actually all attached. I guess it had to be, considering it was a loading screen. The sword is kind of desert, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit of a desert. Okay. Let's try doing a cutscene then. I don't want to go too far through the game, because I don't want to... The awkward thing for me is if I start getting loads of party members. Actually, no, I've already got a save, so I can just save in a different save file. Fun fact, if you go through the exit that leads to Machina Forest early, we'll actually take you to Sword Valley for some reason. We can try that, considering we're here. But yeah, we've got this beautiful ability to just jump wherever we want. So, is this also the point in the game where Ryan's behind training? Because we can go see him if he is. Yeah, Ryan boy! So we can actually speak to him, but it doesn't actually do anything. It just makes him freak out. But yeah, at the beginning of the game, Ryan is actually here training with all of the others. And then later on, when you return with Fiora coming from Outlook Park, when you're about to find Ryan messing with the Monado, he's not actually here. This is the Monado's true power. We can fly back up and over. Jump on his back, lol. You call that a workout, Ryan? Let's put some real weight on those. Okay. Oh, it pushes me off. Ah. Alley-oop. Righty. Let's go mess with a cutscene and see where we end up going. I'm pretty sure this is where we're going to go. I haven't got the map and things on, as you can see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, this is what I mean by it constantly swapping perspectives. Because the camera is positioned elsewhere, it constantly like freaks out and moves around. We've got another junk sword and driver there. That's just for a moment. Hang on. Let's pause that.
The problem is controlling it.
Yeah. For
So
everyone
cinematic.
Except him.
Yes. If anyone other than
Where's Dixon
Dunbar
gone?
were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
You think so?
Ah,
What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated.
interesting.
All
So
I know is
they're not
central piece
always
is made from
visible.
multi-layered glass.
The
The
Monado.
symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
Is this actually a 3D model?
So it's possible that
Whoa,
other symbols
what's
could appear
that?
on different layers.
Which means
Why is there a
The
mirror?
Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
if we could just
Unlock.
unlock the Monado's power.
Whoa! Did you see his face just then?
Dunban! Dunban!
Oh, this is cool. This is cool, actually, because we can see...
Don't look like that. I haven't gone yet.
Look at Fiora just sliding. It's really interesting to see how these sort of games are made like that. The Monado.
It was the Monado. It was controlling me.
When I was younger,
So
just have to ignore the
it
menu.
saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Dunban.
Not seeming to actually pause.
Well, I better get the supplies delivered to the defense force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Just have to
Okay,
ignore the
then.
menu.
I'll see you
Me
later.
here the first time, mustache guy seems nice. That's a vision. The Monado can't be telepathed too, so you unlock. When I was
Sure.
younger, when I
You're
was first playing the game
spending
for the
too much
first time, I
time in
thought
the
of the
lab.
Macon debris.
Either that or
It was the same
rummaging for
area and
junk
sort of
in the
valley, but it turned over
scrapyard.
the rocks.
It ain't
That's
healthy
done,
for a
man.
kid
Alright.
your
Well,
age.
English is hard when tired.
That's why you're always looking so pasty. You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while. All right, I'm off.
Bye. That brick texture looks nice. It just disappeared. Interesting. During the cutscene, the whole area is loaded in. I'd have thought that they would have just shut it down for just when he's doing this. It's interesting. Seagulls. Still in for whatever reason. It's quite impressive, actually, considering... Keep in mind that this is an emulation of the Wii version. So this is everything that the Wii version had as well.
Dunban, are you awake yet?
Whoa!
Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Don't be silly.
Ah,
Do you want me to feed you?
I either can't pause or I'm pressing the wrong
Don't treat
button
me
to
like an
pause.
invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better. I really thought I lost you back then.
Yes,
I don't believe I can
but
pause.
now I'm
I've
almost
probably
well
just not
enough to handle
configured
the
it properly
Monado
in the
again.
settings.
Dunban, don't say
Ah.
that. The Mechan have gone now. Oh, why would you say that?
You're still...
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
Well, if
Okay.
you shake the camera.
More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I made something really special today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora.
Their eyes freak out if you shake
Go
the
and make your
camera.
next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
Again, the whole area is
okay.
loaded in.
Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
I can't pause. I'm
In which
pressing the
case, today he would
what I
actually-
believe is the pause button.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you.
Ooh, ooh. Haha. L3. What we've got to do with the Wii menu and the cursor. Oh, they look so clean on the Switch. This isn't the Switch. This is the PC. What did I press? That. Okay, so I clicked something. I imagine it's that one. No, I don't know. Well, we can have a quick look now, actually. We're just with event pause. Oh, is it the same as your Wii menu button? It could be. Let me have a quick look in my settings, guys. Is it controllers? Configure. What button is it normally? Pause, isn't it? Thumb R. No, home L's thumb L. So I've got them both configured to different ones. I think I just pressed both of them at the same time. But that's interesting. If I press B, we can continue. But let me just make sure. Yep. So I've got them configured to two different ones. Interesting. But again, you can just... The issue is the camera's a bit quick. Trying to get close. Hey. Pause is usually the start button. Yeah, I know it was, but considering the fact that I'm using an Xbox controller for a Wii game, which is... I'm going to quickly show you because I can bring it over. Which is configured as a Wii remote. So the game is taking the inputs as if this was a Wii remote, because I didn't take Alex's advice and make it a controller because I'm lazy. It thinks it's not one. Okay, load back in. There we go. Oh, that little cheeky smile at the end.
Done, Ban. Thanks.
Ah. Annoyingly, it's going to keep doing the black screen. I need to reconfigure because there shouldn't be any issues. Was you start? Ah, nice. That's the creepiest done man ever. Explore now to balance in the Wii home menu. We have just done that. We did that at the beginning. It was the same as your Wii menu button.
I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
Oh, that's why I can't scroll. See, so now we're playing as Fiora. And I should be able to do that. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Anytime that I press B, which is the button to jump, even if it's in a cutscene, she will do it. Which is kind of funny.
Hey, Fiora.
Dixon,
Looks like you're in a hurry. Where are you
There's
off
no
to?
fences or anything
I just
loaded.
thought I'd take Shulk some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air.
I wonder if he's loaded in over there.
You know where he'll have gone.
Outlet Park.
Ah,
That's the one.
Okay.
can I? Yes, I can. I'm cute. Where am I? I'm just curious. Is he already loaded in at the park? No, because the park is not loaded in. This is Xenoblade Chronicles X tree style.
Thanks, Dixon.
Yeah, you're playing properly. You go to the Wii Remote settings and there's an extension button where you select the Wii Classic controller, which works much better with other controllers. Yeah, but I didn't think of that because I'm not smart. I don't have any foresight abilities, okay? I always thought Dunban was going to die. I didn't think Fiora would. Spoilers! So, is Mr. Dunban still up here? Loaded in? I believe he should be. Oh, no. Where's he gone? He's just completely disappeared. Dunban! See, this is just like really weird stuff. Like if I move Fiora closer now, or angle, I mean, this is the game with major popping issues, but like this is loaded in, but the parts that Fiora can't see aren't loaded in. They actually were really smart with optimizing the game. Like because Fiora, who's down here, can see this, they've loaded in this part of the game. But if I try and navigate my way over, as she'd slowly be able to see more and more, it starts loading in. NPCs load when you get close to them. Just imagine Dunban as a face unit. Life real life is like this. Yeah, should I get the real life simulator out? Yeah. I just find this sort of stuff really interesting. Because it's kind of crazy to think that all of this is loaded in at any one time. I turn my head away from the screen, you don't exist anymore. This is how Colony 9 works. There is this massive rock, but there is actually no Bionis. Because there is no need for a Bionis. And I believe this is just a flat texture. It's a great way of making it run well. Yeah, I exploited that feature for a creepy look for Frontier Village because it looked abandoned when there were NPCs and moving parts. That's a... That would have been creepy, wouldn't it? We can go through this, and I believe this is the top of the world and there is nothing left. But you can just see Colony 9 and its little cubbyhole here. Now, I just want to make sure I can still, with Fiora, fast travel anywhere, right? Where haven't we... Where should we look? I've always been confused as to where exactly Colony 9 is. It's in a massive hole, but where? It's in the shin or... let me show you. So that's a fair point. Colony 6. Drainage outlet. So I can go to the drainage outlet. I was thinking about Fiora using Jumbo shadows and they're also based on her. Drones as a face unit. Yeah, maybe. So this is the one. So this is one of the places where you can actually nicely see Colony 9 from Colony 6. It is down here. So this is the entirety of the Bionis. You've got the actual loaded in Colony 6. But from these, you can look down, and Colony 9 is in this cubbyhole. Now, interestingly enough, it's not there again. I thought it was on the Wii version. Colony 9 is like the ankle. No, it's the... I don't know if I'd say ankle. Let me just make it daytime. It's more like it's the back of the leg. I don't know how else to describe it. Because his shin or his ankles would be down the back of there, and the shin is on the other side of the leg. And this is the back of the leg. It'd be nice if we could move it further. There was low poly Colony 9. I'll make me way there. We're getting there. I think it's pretty... I don't actually think there is low poly. I'm sure there's supposed to be something down here. I wonder if I have to move into the position where you can actually see it. Or the game's doing the same thing I just demonstrated with Colony 9 in the market. And because Fiora can't physically see it, it's not loaded in, and I can't. And it makes you realise how huge the Bionis really is. Yeah, it really gives you a sense of scale, doesn't it? But that's where Colony 9 would have been. Then you go through Tephra Cave and go through to the other side of the leg. And the ankle is down here. Then again, I don't actually know if it's submerged. Where's the other leg? Is it not? Oh. Interesting. When you're at Colony 6, only one leg's loaded in. I think that's what you mentioned before, isn't it, Alex? And obviously you can see through the bottom of it. That's weirdly loaded in for some reason. This left arm, probably because you can see it when you go up. The whole of Sword Valley and the Mechanis, because you can see it. Is this three-dimensional? I can check D right now in case we're thinking of that version instead. So I know for a fact you can see it in Definitive Edition, because I've looked at it many a times. But I thought you could see it in the original version. I would look, but I can't tilt the camera. Yeah, sometimes only 1 or 2 body parts are loaded. Yeah. Interesting. So the sword is not 3D in Sword Valley, but it is 3D. Or it's kind of 3D in Colony 9. 26, sorry. But of course there's no groove, so you can't actually see Sword Valley. The location's not actually loaded in. Oh, you can see the little ether pool and Galahad Fortress. Oh, that's neat. You can see the head is okay. There are waterfalls for whatever reason coming out of the Bionis. I don't know when we'd ever see them, but what a banger. Fair point, this is some good music. I'm just curious if they've got Alchemoth and Aerith Sea loaded in. I know you could see on the Wii, but to be honest, it might just be the spot for it on the leg. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, that you might not be able to see it. No, this is the horn. It's not loaded in. No. Yeah, because I can't physically see it, I can't tilt the camera down, which I think you need to do. Actually, yeah, I can. 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 I've got a technique to move the camera down. Or instead, I'll just jump off. Actually, I might die. Nope. So I think if this continues to work like it did last time, this should slowly move my camera downwards. Or it did in Sword Valley at least. But then again, I don't think we're in the right place anyway. I think it's further up here. Go up and look at Aerith Sea. There is no Aerith Sea loaded in this particular location. I can go to Aerith Sea in a moment. So I always, in Definitive Edition, look at it on that rock that's just ahead of us. This one. Oh, it's difficult to use 2 controllers at the same time. Okay. No, I don't think it's gonna... Yep. No, it's not loaded in, but I can see it. Interesting. But that's where it would be, normally. Moon jump, yes, indeed, this is moon jump, because I need moon jump to be able to fly. Check Fallen Arm and look at the Titans. I've actually been to the Fallen Arm. The Fallen Arm's pretty nice. I actually had very much fun getting around the barrier. So I'll go to where I went to last time, the distant fingertip. You killed Fiora. No, Fiora didn't die. She could fly. Fiora can fly, you see? Infinite flight. Infinite. Every time I press the B button, she just takes a little bit of damage. We don't want to get too close to him because he will aggro, and even though I'm level 99, she has like no gear or anything or any arts, so let's not. So yeah, this is from the Fallen Arm. Actually really nicely loaded in. You can also see where the water poison extends out to. You can see the barrier, which you walk across the entire time. Now, the gates like here, you can make it all the way down to here. That's how I got the view of the Fallen Arm in my video. But unfortunately, this is a big tip from Xenoblade 3. Yeah, maybe so. But unfortunately, again, for the same issue that the Mechanis hasn't been destroyed, we can't look at what remaining parts are left. That's actually why I first had a look here. But the Bionis is loaded in its entirety. The sword looks like it is flat. I believe you can see Alchemoth on this map. What, from the fallen arm? You know how Miss Fiora's face she was cute in that fall. What, cute when she was supposedly dead? The only issue is this isn't the fastest thing ever. Okay, no, it is 3D. I actually get a pretty nice view of the sword, considering it's all got to be loaded in. We'll go check out, see if Igniritha is not going to be loaded in. We can go have a look once we get up. Oh wow! That's Prison Island. So it wouldn't surprise me if Alchemoth's behind it. Why is it loaded in? In what sense of the imagination on one of these areas down here would you be able to see Prison Island or Alchemoth or anything? Really? Okay. I forgot how good the non-definitive edition for Mute Fallen Arm is. Actually, like, a very good point. Fiora's so cute when she's dead. I wonder, let's have a look, see if we can make it inside Igniritha. Shift +2 increases the camera speed. Ah, haha! I know Shift +F. Oh, Shift +F resets camera speed. Ah, that's handy. That would have been very nice to remember if at any point I had done. Yeah, interestingly enough, the water's not entirely solid here. One moment. There is 2 levels for whatever reason. But we can, if we go back. So I did this before. It's going to take a bit of finesse. We can make it onto this past the barrier and run down. Can you out of bounds definitive edition? I bet there's a way. All this is an emulation with the ability with a free camera built into it. So get an emulation of definitive edition that has a free camera built into it and out of bounds. Bionis feet. Man, there's a foot fetish. Kodinaimu theme is the best to me, so adventurous with the violence and everything. Indeed. Well, okay. So, hang on, is that the point where we join? Damn, that's the point where we join. So this is where it's a bit annoying with the actual jump mechanics, because my quickest direction is ahead of us. I can move to the right, but I move far, far slower. Okay, let's drop down and we'll jump over the locate and jump over it. So we're going to take poison damage, but we're not going to die. And I now have to try and guesstimate the height of that platform so that we can land on it and jump over it. Okay. Okay, the platform's there. Tiny bit more, tiny bit more. I don't want to go too high or she will die from fall damage. Okay. So, I'm going to try and stay at this height, and hopefully I'll go over the load zone. Level 99 Fiora 1. Yeah, I made sure that every party member was glitched enough to be, or cheated enough to be level 99. So I think we've passed the checkpoint which takes us to the Mechanis fields. So you can run down here, and for quite a while outwards, this is solid. It's not, I think it's after this incline where it stops being solid, if I remember correctly. We'll have a look in a moment. Nope, it's here because the camera moved downwards. And so up to this point... all of this is solid. And it actually becomes normal water here again, so I don't think it would actually even damage... I say normal water. I'm not even sure that is water. That might just be a texture. Well, actually, both of them look like textures, so neither of them might be water. But yeah, this is the left arm, which Egil rebuilt. That's really nice. Hang on. Well, that goes against everything that I said. Because the sun's there. And Violet Bouncer's there. Sugar Conroy lied to me. I don't know. You can actually see quite a lot of it. I struggle to believe now that the party ever walked that entire distance. Here is. Well, keep in mind that it also doesn't go to where it says it's supposed to go. Because this is supposed to take you to the Mechanis field, which is the Mechanis leg. Is a weak sun, you know weak. Let's just get the camera back down flat. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's just put back to daytime. But yeah, it just stops. It just ends. So apparently the party made it past the oil and then swam to... Honestly, I don't know which leg it was. I've always assumed it was the right leg that we went up, and then obviously the factory's there and Ignerith is there. But yeah, that's the fallen arm for the most part. There is... I didn't mean to do that. This way. There is, of course, the Bionis, which is all the way over this way as well. Obviously, got that still loaded in. See, I guess they thought, well, we may as well just keep everything loaded in. I like this detail, actually. This is the tomb. Still loaded in. Yeah, really, it does really allow you to appreciate it. Can we get out of the skybox? I haven't actually tried to get out of the skybox, but now we're going at some speed. Left leg. Okay. I always thought it was the right leg for some reason. There we go. We're past the light source. We might be able to get out of the skybox, but at the same time, I don't see any point. But that oil just looks really odd. Just trapping the players on it. Hello, welcome back, Tamer Dude. Okay. Low poly tomb. Low poly tomb. I haven't looked at Ignerith actually. Which could be interesting. We that the high end, you never tried exploring beyond the Titan, seeing as they have flying machines. The question is kind of when they had the flying machines, though. Made a statue, broken head. Ooh, is the whole of the... Interesting. That's not full poly, is it? Just get the speed up even more. Wow, this is... Oh, is this flat? This is flat. Interesting. But the sword is 3D and goes through it. That's... the Bionis is... Okay. Oh, and it's invisible from behind. It's one of those types of images. The Mechanis also isn't loaded in. The Flatonis. You know what I was actually... I kind of want to do with this emulator? There's a meme that I constantly see in the comments that I really want to do well on about the Noponis and the Jujonis. And I really wanted to get the textures for Juju and a Nopon and the models and replace the beginning cutscene with Juju and a Nopon. But I genuinely don't know enough on how to do it. The world is flat. The flat Bionis, best Bionis. Same as Mechanis to Alchemoth, haha. Wow, it's lost weight. This game has amazing graphics. It's such a shame they ruin it indeed by making it anime. Don't get me wrong, there is something about these graphics which is just nice. This is kind of neat. You never actually really get to see the main statue because by the time you actually get here, it's all gone. Because you do the fight against Egil above it, and one thing leads to another. Can you do Definitive Edition right now? No. No, I don't have access to Definitive Edition right now, unfortunately. I think Thegu has a video where they replace the models with Juju and other characters. Interesting. I might have to have a look. It's just because I always see it in the comments of how it's like it's the definitive theory on how Xenoblade 3 is going to play out. That we're going to revive the Jujonis and the Noponis. But it's kind of just like, meh? Meh? What the hell is going on? No mech on here, interestingly enough. Is there actually any mech on here? Or are we just too far away? See, I like this space ability as well because it means that I can skip load zones. So I wonder if there's not supposed to be any here. I'm also at the same time very concerned. Oh no, there we go. There is mech on. Here we go. Starting to load in. That button. Interesting. I'm curious if the teleporter works. I know we haven't activated it. Ooh. I prefer Fioranis and the Dumbonis. No. I wonder if we can activate it though. Activate the pillars. I prefer the Fioranis and Dumbonis. Fun fact, the opening cutscene in Definitive Edition is pre-rendered, unlike the original. Ah. I mean, I guess that's actually a good thing, because if someone's got a wounded, we'll say, a wounded Wii, then it's just, no, a wounded Switch. No, if they've got a wounded Wii, because it's not pre-rendered. Okay. Can we activate it? Okay, let's just very quickly Furious Homsor face unit. I don't want to get involved in this. I honestly don't have a massive preference. I just want to quickly see if we activate all of them. Can we trigger You know, once we've set it up, I'm just wondering if we can trigger the fight. Probably not. Okay, I've been on lower. There we go. Pom's Fiora deserved better. Pom's Fiora served her role in the story. I don't think we needed more. Pom's Fiora, huh? Well, we've only got Hom's Fiora because that's the part of the actual story that I'm at. Okay. We've still got the cutscene that shows... Hom's Fiora is dead. Not at this point in the story. This is an alternate timeline where Fiora lived and we were happy. Damn, it didn't activate it. So I wonder what would happen now if we got so far into the game and these are already activated. I don't think you can because how the game is in intention with how it loads story progress, and it basically checks everything to make sure you're playing the story in the right order. Alternate timeline where Fiora went herself to sort things out. Just, I'm gonna go speak to that egg elf fella. And away Fiora with superpowers. Yeah, I'm wondering just quickly if it's working on the other side. Got lost on the way to deliver shulk food and wound up on colors. Yeah, there's a timeline where Fiora has an awful sense of direction and somehow managed to get onto Mechanis. Well, she can jump. Best long jumper in Colony 9. Still the best? No, it's not active, is it? I was curious if it was the alternate timeline where everyone else died and Fiora does everything else by herself. It's a bit dark. Oh no, that actually does look active. It's okay if she gets lost. Shulk will say it's delicious even if it's stone cold. Oh, that's a Xenoblade reference there. Okay. Are you ready for the full damage? No, it's not active. Also in a universe where Fiora is the main protagonist after Dunban died by Metal Face. I bet you could make that happen. As silly as it sounds. Right. So, I'm going to have a quick look for a moment at my list of cheats. And I'll tell you what, I'll bring it over so you can see with me. Oh, why can't I see? Why does it go behind the game? What? Oh, there we go. That's better. Cheats. That's, I think. Infinite HP, infinite HP. Is this it? Oh, I don't know what a master button is. I don't think this is it. Oh no, hang on. Moon jump, infinite health, max XP, max AP. All shop items are free, instant cooldown, talent gauge max, current AP, crystals max level, max friend coins, affinity coins, party gauge, speed modifier. I'm sure there's one. Ah. Okay, so this is... Colony 9 level swapper. So this will change Colony 9 to the Bionis shoulder. Or Junks. We can go to Junks for some reason. You skip travel to Colony 9 Central Plaza to enable. Recommended not to save while in these levels. If you do, just re-enable code to get out. How do I do this again? Cheats Manager. Add new code. Bionis shoulder. The code is that might have to replace the X's. What do I have to replace the X's with? Replace X's with level digit. So for Colony 9 Beta, okay, let's do that then. Let's do that to start off. So rename this to Colony 9 Beta. Colony 9 Beta. And then we input the code, which is 3031 3032, where the X's are. 3032. Save. And if we skip travel to Colony 9 Central Plaza whilst it is enabled. Okay, let's see if this has worked. I may need to East-Light? Where's Central Plaza? Oh, Central Plaza there. I don't think that worked. I wonder if I need to. I might need to actually reset it for these cheats to work. Universal Europea. See, that's the same. Is this the Japanese version? You can also warp to the Colony 9 from the end of the game too. Interesting. Actually, didn't someone say earlier, someone can remind me which location it is, that if you walk through somewhere in Machna, you end up at Sword Valley? Where was that? And we can have a look at there. Yes. Add definitive art style change. I managed to put Charlotte's Wii textures onto the D model on Blender. Might do other characters. Looks like we have a cheater. The warp to Machna Forest from the Bionis interior. No, someone mentioned it earlier. And I thought it was somewhere else. No, I don't want Internet Explorer. My worry is that it's these X's. Like, I've split them up. Like there, when I've done them. Because that's how it appears there. I'm not certain that's the case. I reckon I probably need to. Apparently it takes Sword Valley instead. Oh, if you do that warp. Let's have a look then. past Bionis Interior, haven't I? Yes, Bionis Interior. The upper trachea. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Why did it position me the opposite way? That's weird. See where the warp takes us? Yeah. Interesting. Where are we in the... We're pretty deep in Sword Valley is what it happens, because the first time you go through there, it starts a cutscene on Sword Valley. Right, because of course that's where you start off seeing Fiora. Maybe you were going to walk through the wound. Yeah, we're pretty deep into Sword Valley as well. It's not just like we've spawned, because I was expecting to come out here. Maybe you were going to walk through the wound in the Bionis onto the Mechanis sword. Maybe. It could just be a nice skip. You know, speedrunner strats. Ah, that's neat. That looks kind of good, actually. I actually never. That's very interesting. And actually, you know, now that you mention it with the cutscene, I think I've heard it somewhere else before. Is it? I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure it's a spot in... I've literally got all of the cutscenes recorded. Because this is what I've been doing on my break, people. I have been effortlessly arranging all of them. Nope. Actually, no, I want to go earlier, don't I? Nope, chapter 7. Okay, that's a step too far. So it must be the final cutscene of this chapter. Huh? Oh, no. That's with no music. Ah, I see. Because it's actually is positioned here as you see Metal Face go. Ah, see, I remember this part. Actually, no, we do get to go here, so yeah, that makes sense why we don't turn up there. That's neat. That's just really neat. You can do the same thing for Xenoblade 3. It depends if I can get an emulated version, if I can find a version with the free camera. I'm down. If I can find a version to do it with Xenoblade 2, I see no reason I can't do it with Xenoblade 3 as well. And it would be really cool, again, to explore all of the bits and pieces with the actual map and world. That's really neat. I like that. That's a cool cutscene. It is a cool cutscene. That's really cool. All I'm gonna do for a moment is stop the emulation. Ah. Yep, shutting down. You can see that I was being a fan of myself and cheating. As well as looking at all the comments. I bet I've got loads more now, haven't I? Ah, so many comments to respond to. Okay, let's reload this. Full screen it. I'm curious if we're going to be able to do it now, to have that cheat working. If it's not working, then I'll have to figure it out another time, and I'll do another one of these streams. Let's see, because that's what we see the cutscene as well. Will this happen anywhere else in the game then? See, the thing is, it's a walkthrough as well. I mean, it's a loading transition. I'm trying to think of where there are loading transitions from area to area. There's one going from Sasol Martian to... I never saved! Whoops. Okay. Does this cheat work? Or have I not done it properly? If I haven't done it properly, I've not done it properly, and that's that. It also shouldn't even be loaded on... We're here? Guys, you want to play Xenoblade 3 early? No way! God, if I knew that this was a thing, I would have used this ages ago. There's no Bionis attached to it, unfortunately. Sneak peek of Xenoblade 3, yeah. Dude. I wonder if Tephra Cave works. Hang on, I need to slow down 1 sec. Yeah, so I can do the other 2 areas as well. We can have a look at them in a bit. Dude! Right, this is mega. Oh, and we can go down to the... See, I actually never knew where this pier was. How many batteries is there? Right, so there's only 2 anti-air batteries now. We're missing an anti-air battery. I mean, technically there's not even one here, but I'm just curious if it's not loaded in. Considering that's there. So, I reckon there is supposed to be 2. Oh, and there's even the backside as well. There's still even this part of Colony 9. Explore the Bionis shoulder. I will do. I'll configure the Bionis shoulder in a moment. This is where it fell. So we go all the way down here. Dude. Okay. So I wanted this initially to look around. No, of course they didn't intend for us to be able to, on this map, to look around for Xenoblade 3. So that's his hand. That's his head. That's part of Earth Sea. So maybe that actually looks a lot like we see in the trailer. So maybe we do get to go quite literally on the Bionis. There's nothing on this side. You can't see anything from this side. It's not really loaded in anyway. But that is part... I don't know. And the Titans will eventually fuse with the Bionis and Mechanis landmasters. It would be so cool to see a solid reference to Xenoblade. Well, that's what I'm looking for, right? I started like looking in the Fallen Arm. That's a really nice texture. I started looking at this for Xenoblade 3. Shoulder doesn't start floating until a few months after the end of the main game. Great to explore the remains of the Bionis again. I wonder if is there people here? No NPCs so far, considering that there's no real need for them to be. The only time they'd need to be here is for that cutscene, so that kind of makes sense. God, I should have used this if I'd have known this was here, because it's listed as beta version, which I'd have never assumed that beta version meant. Oh yeah, the endgame version. This is a really awkward angle. Anybody actually in Dumbman's house? Nope. I'm just curious. In the original game, the shoulder doesn't float, right? I mean, technically it does because that's part of Future Connected, but it's not actually floating now. If Melly and Neo are going to a boss fight soon 3, do you think we'll have some new abilities? Do you think they will? Likely. They're not just going to be using Summon Bolt, Summon Aqua, and the healing abilities that they normally have. They'll have some tricks up the sleeves for sure. Right, I wonder if load zones work and how it operates. The shoulder doesn't stop floating. It would be great to explore the remains of the Bionis again. Fiora dead now. No, she's not. Fiora's not even woken up yet. Before we jump to conclusions and say that the story was retconned hard, I would like to point out the official guide for this game goes into detail about the multiverse and that released back in 2010. Is the path to Kefra Cave still here? That's what I'm saying. The path up there is still there. Whether or not it actually works or not, we're about to find out. I think there are some details in the man's house that are different compared to the regular Calling 9's version we get to explore. Is there? We'll have a look inside then in a moment. And use the free camera. Short recreated the universe wrong. He forgot everyone else. Just guys. In this world, you will walk towards the future with your own hand in your own hand. Not together, because there is nobody else together. I know there's a way to speed up Furious dead and now 7 lives. Okay. So this is the entrance. What I'm honestly more interested in and curious in is if when I go through here and exit, if I'll exit into this. Oh. Oh, it doesn't work. There's no load zone. I guess because it's a beta version, that kind of makes sense. God. That's a view. This is what I want out of Xenoblade 3. Do you think in Xenoblade 3 we'll see the land of Maratha? I think that's really tricky to actually discuss. I only think we'll see it if Xenoblade 3... It depends where they are. Xenoblade 1, right hand. Xenoblade 2, left hand. If they're in Xenoblade 1's world, then no. If they're in Xenoblade 2's world, it's possible. If they're in the middle, probably not as well. The view, yeah. This is what I want. I want to come out of an area in Xenoblade 3, walk out and see this view. And with the bands, I can't angle the camera, unfortunately, so it kind of ruins it. But to be able to see this view. No. Kefra Cave doesn't lead anywhere. It takes you absolutely nowhere. Please view in Definitive Edition 2. But I wonder if I could emulate it and use the same cheats. Like, if I had the same ability to apply cheats to it, potentially the same cheat code would work. But that's if... I mean, this is a full functioning area. Keep in mind that for a cutscene, the majority... Am I still moving? I'm still moving super fast. Keep in mind for a cutscene, half of this doesn't need to be loaded in. And I imagine that they'd have probably built this area up so that they could have a look what this location was going to be like. So I'm not certain there'd be one in Definitive Edition. Okay, let's do the Bionis shoulder then. Nope, I don't want that. I want games, Xenoblade Wii, cheats. That one. Notepad. Okay. Name. Bionis. Shoulder. The code is this. And we replace the first code with 3038. 3038. And we replace the second code with 3031. 303. Save. We deactivate the Colony 9 beta. I'm actually going to save. I know they said not to, but I want to have access to this area. Oh, it looks beautiful at day. Looks so freaking good. I'm gonna save. Okay. End the emulation once more. Stop. Open. Got it. Full screen. That is good. It is. It's so good. Would it be funny if it went sub valid? It would be. Yeah, this will be the two universes or worlds connecting. Love of Xenoblade 3 is kind of just exploring the worlds of 1 and 2, but in a map like Xenoblade X. I don't think it will be. I think that to get this Xenoblade 3 right, I think they need to make the discretion between both very clear. And I think the areas need to be new. I could vacation in New Colony 9. I think they need both areas to be unique and new, but with elements of those old areas. Else it's not really going to be... It's just going to be exploring the same old locations. And for some people that'll be okay, but I want to see a little bit more. I only want to see tidbits. Like see a giant arc from Gower Plain. It doesn't have to be Gower Plain, but I just want to see bits and pieces from it. It is possible to load into unused areas in Definitive Edition. Fantastic, I just need to know how to do it. I know you can get to here in Definitive Edition. They'll probably explain the premise of Xeno 3 in a direct. I don't know, I think the next time they're going to show Xeno 3 is at E3. They probably just copied the regular version and edited it, that's why there's a lot of things we don't see in the big scene and why it has collision. More than likely. There's a video of someone exploring the old Bionis shoulder map in Definitive Edition. It has HD textures, everything, despite being quite different from what we see in Future Connected. Yeah, I actually subbed to the guy. I'm really interested in the sort of emulation stuff that he does, and I've used some elements of one of his videos before for one of mine. That sounds cool, that's gorgeous. The game doesn't react well to saves in unused maps. Yeah, we're fine. I've got the original save, which is the important bit to me. So even if it doesn't, then I can overwrite them at some point. That's fine. Don't know why, but the Sword Valley music makes it mystical and eerie. I could vacation in New Colony 9. Fair point. I think small references to old areas really hit the spot. Exactly. It doesn't have to be the full thing, just little bits and pieces. It would be boring if it was the old same areas. Exactly. While also falling in love with the new places. Precisely. I think it's possible because the Titans fuse with the landmass of the remains of Bionis, Mechanis, and Rex arrives at the Real Elysium at the end of the game. Was the worlds have two collided. That where Zanza took control of Arglus. That is incredible on a lore perspective. Indeed, this is the place where it all happened. Now, I don't know. No, I can't fast travel around. So, free camera is going to be our best friend. But this is the Bionis shoulder. And we did see these bits and pieces when we were looking before. It's incredible that they had all of this in mind when they were making it. I don't believe there'll be any junks. The show is used in flashbacks, that's why the old one is still there. Yeah, I know it is with bits and pieces. It was obviously they had the intention at one point to utilize it. But this is what I mean. Obviously they needed it, but they didn't know that they're going to need all of it and planned it all. But they really planned a cave? Seriously? They had intentions of making this an area in the original game, absolutely. Junks would have been there. Because there's no more cloud to see at the end of the game. No, there isn't. Dumba, a picture of the shoulder in his room, right? Oh, I believe so, yes. And we do get to see it at the end of the game as well, when the Telethia bites a bird or a Rogel or something. At least some of it for those cutscenes. I forgot just how detailed their shoulder was. It's so similar to Future Connected. FC wasn't planned, but the area... Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Future Connected wasn't planned. There's no junks. And I doubt that they would have had the actual concept ready when this game was first developed. But they had the fact that there was going to be a cave here ready. Do they have the underground section? I say the underground section because I don't think this is ever used. The same sort of shape cave as well. I believe it's here. Oh, no way. They had the underground planned as well. It doesn't look anything like what it actually does in Future Connected. But then again, this game isn't part of Future. Ooh, was there always so many? Interesting. I thought there was only one in Future Connected. Where's the Pond Spectres? The massive pillars in the back and on the top of the map make the scale of Bionis bigger than on the maps. The cave does load, it's just not entirely there because you were using a free cam. Oh, does it? Right. Well, we can have a run up then in a minute and have a look. I think it's wild that this is all here. This is more than just got them. This is more than them just saying, right, we need an area which isn't in the game and isn't playable for a few cutscenes. I think all the caves use the same layout. Hang on. When's this texture used? When is this model used in game? Okay, no, actually, the model's used for the default chests. The texture isn't, though. It's an unused chest. I'm just thinking it looks very similar to Xenoblade 2's chests in terms of colours. Dude, it's wild. Oh, there's more. This time there's 3 of them. Dude, it's so detailed. No. Huh? What have I done? Okay, there we go. It's reconnected. I don't know what happened there. There is a hack that loads all the maps assets. Oh, yeah. Or you were going to be able to find chests in the world at some point. Maybe. I mean, hardware limitations and things for the Wii could have led to that. I think this is the only area which is massively different. Because here normally there's all that water. Considering how accurate the rest of the area is. I'm not saying it's very strange, but it is slightly strange that that's not there. Future Connect's on the Wii, yeah. It looks really nice though. And you've got the Bionis there. Let me just make it daytime, because I think normally when it's daytime, the clouds aren't in the way as much. No, they are still as in the way, but it's easier to see. So bright as well. Yeah, let's go have a look at the caves. I keep hitting my microphone, so I've got a new mic stand, a new microphone and all bits and pieces. This is all experimental for me to sort of figure out how I like it. Oh, we're in the military district. Interesting. Nice grass. So I want to go, I know there's that cave up there. I want to just go up there. Favorite area to see? I don't know if we'll see this again in Xenoblade 3. I mean, it's doable actually, considering that there's all those floating bits. I mean, this is one thing that it depends how the world's made up for Xenoblade 3. If it's in Xenoblade X style, where it's all one whole complete map, then it makes sense. Shul came here a bit early. Then I think it'll be really interesting because they can lock this area out until we have some way to fly up into the sky. Because I think we'll have a form of junks that'll be able to navigate us around. Because that boat looks a bit like junks. Only a bit, but a bit. Oh, this isn't... No, it's not deep enough water like in the ether mines, which pushes you off. This is gorgeous. Like, of course I've known about this area for a long time. Okay. All of this was low poly. Let's go actually have a look. Does this stay low poly when I get close? Rumour has it that the Bionis Order was going to have a bigger inclusion and story with this area. This has no source I can find. This is just your opinion. No. I think I've heard something about that as well. A long time ago. Like, I haven't heard much about this area and stuff for a long time. Okay, this bit in the middle does not want to load in. Which area do you want to see return in Xenoblade 3? I am not going to answer. I'm not going to answer that because I made a whole video on it. So, watch the video. Give me money by watching ads and give it. Oh, it is. I jumped off because I didn't think it was. Oh, interesting. Remember, guys, I've now got ad revenue, so when you watch an ad on my YouTube videos, I get... Now, I made a full video on the top 10 locations, so if you haven't seen it, I recommend seeing that because I go through quite a lot of these locations. Then, no spoilers for your own video. No, I'm not spoiling it. I was... I'm not going to say what area is number 1. I can just say that what I can say is we've been to a few of the locations that is in that video already today, but this isn't one of them. I'm happy to say what isn't in it. Really, right. Yeah, really. Do you know how long it takes to make videos? It takes a good while. So you can use the effort and have a look. For all I care, you just skip to number 1, find out what number 1 is and come back. It's just... I'm excited for all the areas. I'm more excited for the new areas. I want to see what else they've got up this sleeve. Like, there were so many incredible areas in Xenoblade 1, and then they came out with 2 in Uriah, and I thought, I didn't think they could make it any better, but they did. And so I'm curious to see what they've got planned for 3, and see what else is up the sleeve. A cross between Satorl and Uriah would be most beautiful forest ever. It would have been, but now that Uriah's got a massive hole in it, I don't know. I'm not even comfortable to say anymore that we're going to be able to go inside of Uriah, looking at what we could see in the trailer. I'm sure, however, a wide variety of locations. It's going to have a massive variety of locations. Yeah, I agree, Divine Entity. I don't want it to all just be the same old reuse stuff. Is this okay? It is. I thought it was just a texture for a moment, but no, we can go inside. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, no, for certain. I really want to try the Mechanis. I want to try climbing up it. Like... One of the weaker parts of Xenoblade games is the aftergame. Xenoblade 2 is much better than Xenoblade 1. This is different, I think. What's down here? Nothing, okay. Yeah, the Mechanis sword's going to be... I know where we are. Isn't this an early version then? I don't remember it looking this dull. Like another ether mine. It looks more like Tephra Cave. That part did anyway. You know the big opening with the big gap? Here. Oh? It's down there. Oh, thin pathway. God, it splits off in so many directions. Oh, that's bright. Yeah, I can see them doing that. It's just this part that reminded me of part of Tephra Cave. But I think I think you're actually a bit more right, actually. With all the different pathways, it is like a new ether mine. Interesting. I'm gonna fast travel back to... Is that where we are? We're up there, okay. Fast travel back to where we started because there was a cave this way round as well. Oh? Oh yeah, no, it's for certain not finished. It's just really cool. Ah, that's cute. With just a treasure chest there. Was the treasure chests in future connected? I'm trying to remember. No, there were giant chests and such, weren't they? Yeah. Treasure troves. Okay, and this is the point. This is the place which takes me up to the higher level. This is where we do that fight. And the chests are over there on those platforms. An Alchemoth would have been over there. Okay. I'm gonna jump down. And I'm probably gonna die from fall damage. I just want to know where that cave was that I saw before. Is it further this way? Is it down around here? Down around. Oh, this is loaded in now. Oh, it's the exact same. Yeah, it's the exact same like you said before. Interesting. Does this play? Have the Zanza cutscene exist? I just keep finding them. It's just kind of cute just seeing them out and about. I don't actually know where it's taken. I know you could see the head of the Bionis. So was it here? It's a real treasure hunt now. I'm not going around finding. I'm not gonna go around and try and make a video on where are all of the hidden treasure chests in the location. The place with Egil and Arglis, yeah. I don't actually remember exactly. Would it have been here? JB was the real Pond Spectral. Probably not finished anyway. There's no fog base zone. I think it was like here. Because you could see the Mechanis head and they were looking out. Yeah. So they're at Companion's Cave. Huh. I never actually really even thought about it much. And then Gaelgar's somewhere down here. Imagine if like we just went down and you could find Gaelgar lying there, ready. Okay, that's neat. Well, let's do the final location, which is Junks. I'm curious actually what's going to be in the Junks location. Oops. I need to stop hitting my microphone. This is telling me that I need to raise it. Raise you up and tilt you. I'm supposed to be able to tilt this. Okay. It now covers my entire face. Okay, that works. That's better. Because you're still pointing towards me. I need notes. I have got 2 already open. Do you want to save changes? Don't save. I want this. But I want to replace it with 3, 2, 3, 4. And 3031. Save, turn off the bar on the shoulder, close, minimize, stop, play, full screen, got it. Click that so you're ahead. They have no plans for future connector, but they plan dead Gale God for 10 years early. Exactly. I'm just looking for like little Easter eggs. Like, what I want to do, and I'm going to do at some point, is I'm going to speed run the Wii version of the game, skip all the cutscenes, and just get my way to the end where the Mechanis is destroyed. And can you still fight Furface onto the Mechanis? That's what I mean. And I'm gonna get to the part where the Mechanis is destroyed, because I saw on Definitive Edition, if you look from the distant fingertip, you can actually see a giant ring which is lying in the water, and I wanted to get up really close to it and have a look at actually what sort of ring it was, like where it's from. But I never managed to. So this is literally the Junks area where we fight Dixon and the Telethia, isn't it? Oh. Are you actual enemy that I can face? No, more spawning in. I can't. I've made a mistake. Sugar. There's probably no death barrier. Because normally in combat there is a barrier. I might need to reset. We'll just see if there's a death barrier. Oh, this is my turn on the Monado. Gego does where Argos discovered the Monado. They're just hanging out with you up in the sky. Please be a death barrier. Please. please, water, please. Oh god, there's a death barrier. Okay, let's have a look around this way. Junks model, nobody's inside. You cannot see the Telethia yet. Okay. We had 2 the other side. Yeah, and there's none that side. Nope. Can you use the jump hack to fly back up? Yes, but so this is the problem with the jumping mechanics. I say not a problem. This is how they work. If I jump with a direction, I can continue to move that direction, but I cannot physically stop moving. I'm holding back, and I can't physically stop moving back. Even now I'm against a wall, I can't move. So the problem is that if you jump off whilst moving, I could sure keep pressing the jump button, but I would constantly keep moving. The only way that would have worked is if I'd have jumped and then moved, which is slower than having momentum behind me. So I wouldn't have been able to make it back up. Not in that situation, but if I'd have played my cards properly, I would have been able to. Yeah, this area is kind of dull. There's just a load of fog basically going around. Gives us a cool look at the junks though. They did a really good job with modelling this. And see, I feel like most of the actual Mechanis tech we'll see in Xenoblade 3 is going to be more this style than Face Mechon. Ooh. You can't see the Bionis on Mechanis during this part. Maybe not. I don't know. I've never actually looked at that stage of the game. I don't know. I mean, there's one area which is like completely bugged and broken even in Definitive Edition, or it was overlooked, I should say. I'll answer that one in a moment. Take me, sweet dad. This is pretty cool map. I totally forgot this place was its own area briefly. Yeah, but considering that the briefly is very important, there's nothing to actually see or do here, and so there's not really any importance or relevance. There's also no music. Is it actually moving, or do the clouds just make it look that way? It's just the clouds. So this is like where games design's really interesting. That this isn't actually moving. This is just an effect. Because I can go to the front, and it's just a smoke. This is just a particle effect with the smoke moving from one side to the other to give the illusion. Because keeping in mind how fast this thing can go, do you really think these Telethia can keep this perfect of a distance? These are nice. He likes that. I was just wondering what game controller you use when you're playing this game on a Wii emulator. So I'm using an Xbox One controller to control my character, but I'm using keyboard and mouse to control the free camera. So I'm technically using 3 controllers at once, if you want to think of it like that. Using Xbox controller. There is a cutscene when the Mechanis is awakening and the party takes the junk. And the party takes the junk to go to Mechanis core. You can see 2 swords in the sky. They never fix this. When the Mechanis is awakening. I'm not that far. I'm not gonna spend the hour or so it'd do to do it. You have a pet Telethia now. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. He's a good boy. Look at you. They're actually real. I mean, this is really cool with the HD texture pack, actually. These look really good. Okay, so I've just had an awful idea. I don't know if we could do it from Jabos, considering this game's draw distance. Holy moly. Oh, should we go see? Yeah. Should we go see his buggy? I was gonna go do smooches to Territorial Rockbot, and then I just saw the smoke. I wonder if Juju's there at the water place. Water place. I'm trying to think of other areas that are different when you first go to them. Maybe Machna? Where's Rotbart? Ooh. Oh, there we go. There he is. Let's go see me boy. Hey, yo. Ugly ass Gogol. Cool shot of that from here. Okay, no, we still need to get closer to the buggy fire. I wish you can fly in Xenoblade, the one thing I give X credit for. What do you mean? Of course you can fly in Xenoblade 1. The audio ST is always a pleasure to listen to. Yeah, I'm starting to like appreciate it a lot more actually. I've always thought for a while that the definitive edition was just better in terms of soundtrack with them being remastered. But no, this is just the OG. Hang on. Juju's buggy has a gun. I guess we can expect Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to have another unique Gogol design. Either that or a mix of 1 and 2. Yeah, why does it have a gun? Also, that smoke particle effect is a bit flat. Surely not. Surely it's not like that, because a player could easily approach it from this angle. Surely it's not like that. Juju is a dangerous weapon. What? Why does he have a gun? You can see underneath. Okay. Steven Ugand, thank you very much for the super chat. Your final thoughts. Was Bionis Shoulders section really cut from the final game, or was it just a tech session like they said in the Xenoblade D interviews? I would guess that it was an actual planned location, considering the amount of work that went into it. Because if you've seen other games, then you'll know exactly what... I should have waited until the notification came through to answer it. No worries, you got it early. Because if the actual location was... No, it's not here. I was curious if Juju would have been here. If the area had been a test location, then all they would have needed was a flat ground surface and some models, potentially spawning some enemies in a couple of corners, and they could just load all of and leave all the assets there. But the whole area is planned. They've got all the different locations. They could have so easily just added that little part where we see Zanza and Egil. But I am just thinking, as I say, that they did use a scene of it. They didn't have to use a scene of it. They could have used a scene of Gower Plain, couldn't they? No worries, Salapray. Thank you for joining in. It's glad to have seen you in the stream. No worries. Texture that moves to the face of the player, I guess. The real enemy of this game isn't Sansa, it's Jujanis. It's dangerous out in the wild. Boys need guns. Ooh! I didn't know that. I bet that's an actual thing as well. What if Zanza possessed Fiora instead? Then the whole game canon would have been... That would have been awkward. Okay, now I need to spin around so the area is loaded. I reckon I can jump over this loading zone. Okay. Yep. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I forgot about that. I've never actually tried it. I've always gone and saved that sucker. There we go, I'm over. If I land in the water, I should have just gone as high as possible and landed in the water. I was just worried about fall damage. If Zanziff was, just seems so out there, and it'd been really awkward with a guy in a girl's body and a girl in a boy's body. Like the game would have been completely different. Should start accepting quests when I'm not allowed in. Interesting.
Well,
For the shop. So I'm curious what's going to happen now when I go through the back. I don't care. Like when I enter that box from the back, I wonder if they, because it's an old game, so they either positioned it so you'd spawn there, or they positioned it so you'd spawn reverse to where you were facing. Well, that could have still, actually no, that could have still led to you getting through. Wow, that's a big trigger zone. Yeah, no, straight through, okay. Okay, and somewhere else I wanted to explore was not only that you can go to Colony 6 before seeing Juju, yeah. just forget about Juju altogether. Oh, Magna Forest is so big. There's so many places to go. Really? I have to come here on a heat wave when it's all weird? Okay, the area is naturally already very dead. I was curious if it wouldn't be because of what happens in the cutscene. Wow, this isn't loaded in at all. I mean, I get Machna's massive. Can we get to Area C? Oh, I want to go up there actually. That was a mistake. Okay. This game is really serious about its measures to make sure you play the story. Yeah, it is. I mean, Charla's there, right, before we picked up the Monado. She's really serious. Oh, is this not actually Area C? Is it just a texture? Save Choo-Choo is the most important character. Right, it's just a texture. Ah! So bright. Oh, really? How detailed is this? Dude, I always wish you could have gone up here and there was something to do. Like have an actual area that moves like here up onto there and just like round here. Oh, that'd have been so cool. There's the little island. There's your rainbow. I always wonder where the water is coming from. It is coming from the earth. Apparently, for that, like, damn. So, E is to go directly up, R is to reset. So I've just accidentally hit that. And 2's to speed up, which is what I was just spamming then. It comes from the ground, from the earth. Because there's nothing here to actually show where it's coming from. This is, yeah, you can access that point. It can't just be me. I just look at these sort of things and think, damn, that's cool. Okay, no, there's a big body of water here. I just can't tell you where the source is. It probably comes from Earth Sea somewhere. Oh, that'd have been neat. If they'd have had an area, you know how in Galahad Fortress, once it's destroyed, you can jump down and... Actually, it doesn't need to be destroyed. I can prove that in a minute. But you know how you can jump down and you'll end up at the Fallen Arm? Imagine if there was a point, like a cave with gushing water coming down from Erith Sea that you'd come through, and then you'd end up being wound up in the water of Magna. That'd have been really cool. I guess the reason they didn't do that is because there's no location up here. Like, it would have been okay if you came down here and ended up there. And this was all like a location that led back over into the map over here. You don't know? Okay, I'll show that now. You know, on these Xenoblade D art book, it mentions a region not finished time for organized game. Ah, that's a good point you made about the banner shoulder. Yeah, like, there's just so many bits which don't add up about it. Okay, I had to... It's Fortress Depths, isn't it? That'd be weird since Magna is on its back and Erith Sea on its head. Yeah, but it would still been cool. So this is an area you never get to explore. Now, I haven't been here. I've had a look around this already. Fiora Mechanis inside me. So when normally this area is destroyed, unfortunately there's nothing to look at. But if you fall down here, it fades to a black screen instead of you doing the normal death animation, and you arrive at the silver wreckage. This works when it's destroyed, but you've only got very limited time to do it. So the idea is you've fallen from literally up here and you end up down here. It's one of the coolest Easter eggs in this game. I'd like to show it you when it's destroyed because it still works, but you can only do it like the moment you reach the Mechanis Fields. It's either the Mechanis Fields or Central Factory. I had an argument with someone the other day, and it's probably the Central Factory after the fight with Jadeface. But once you reach there, you can no longer access Sword Valley and Galahad Fortress, which means that you can no longer do it. But yeah, up to that point, you can... if you jump from Galahad Fortress... you can make it down. I can't show you the location you'd normally go. It's at the end of Mechanis Field. Yeah, oh wow, I would say I can't believe I missed this, but why would you ever need to go back to Galahad normally? Exactly. It's such a hidden location. So normally what you do, and I can try and show this as best as I can, which isn't going to be very easy. Normally you can spawn here at the preparation bay. This is locked. Okay, I can't go back to... No, I can. I'm forgetting I can do this. I have the power of this. So normally you'd be here. You'd spawn at this location. Just spawn here. Use the lift, which you can still use. And this takes you down to this level. Now again, because of the part of the game where I am, the doors are shut. So these golden doors will normally be open because if you remember, you arrive and then Fiora's hiding behind them. Now I've tested this. This one is not solid because it is never there. Because you arrive and Fiora walks out of it. But for whatever reason, these two are. But they'd normally take you out here. And you come to this platform, which is all missing. And everything from this point onwards is missing. You jump down, you get to roughly the same point. And you end up at the Fallen Arm. It's one of the coolest just tidbits in this game. It's just one of those tiny bits. And I'm gonna flex. You can jump over the door. No, you can't. I will show because I did it before. I'm just gonna flex really quickly in the fact that I made a video on this back in 2020, back when I don't see, but it's only got 140 views. Mute. Now, don't get me wrong, the audio is awful. I even showed that. Where is it? Galahad Fortress. Alfiora got a skin back. Is it there? Nope. Yep. So it looks like this when it's all broken off. There, I'll full screen it. So you jump off, and instead of going to the normal death animation, it fades to black. Come on. And then there you are. Fallen on. But I will admit, I kind of cheated with this. I'm gonna... It actually takes much longer in terms of loading. Keep in mind, I'm running on a very high-end PC, so things actually load pretty quickly. But on the original Wii and on the Switch, it's not as quick, so I actually had to shorten that. And I realised, I could do this for any area. Yet another reason. You can't jump over the doors. The roof's solid. So you can't get over. Like, I can go into this bit, but I can't physically get over. How come Tephra Cave doesn't look like Bionis interior? If it's inside the Bionis, maybe it's rock because the caves just carve out of the bone? It's a good theory and idea. Physically can't get over it if it is. It's an interesting idea. I would guess that, I mean, we do see a part of it as being bone. I mean, we can go there. I don't want to because everything's going to aggro. Go from Bafalga to... Why? What have I done? I'm not at this part of the story. What was that about this game being really... Okay, I haven't got Rhine and Fiora. By the way, have you played Xenosaga? I've heard it might be connected to Xenoblade, so I'm currently watching all the cutscenes on YouTube. 7 hours. No, but one of my plans is... Why have I spawned here? Okay, let me try respawning there. Well, you never went to the cave. Yeah, but I haven't been to the location yet. I've not got the Monado. Oh no, you don't have to have the Monado. I haven't got the party members though. The next part of the story is to walk in and speak to Dixon. I'm not at this point in the story yet. This music is so mediocre. Let's just try that again. Okay, no, now I'm here. Now I'm here. Okay. That was weird. Oh, this is going to be awkward when I can't turn my camera. There's a unique... Nothing spawns because I've not opened this area up yet. Oh, this is a godsend. I thought I was going to have like 10,000 enemies chasing after me. Okay, I mean, I guess it makes sense that nothing spawns. I don't know. I just want to get into the wider area and then I'll use the free cam. To here. How does the game have to know? It just sees player reach Tephra Cave for the first time and does its thing. Then why hasn't that happened at every other area we've just been visiting? We've gone to the Fallen Arm, we've gone to Galahad Fortress, we've gone to Gower Plain. I mean, I know this is the next area in the chain, and so I'll try going to Gower Plain again in a moment and seeing if it triggers the next chain. But yeah, I'd guess that it's bone. Like, looking at it, it looks like it's... But does it have... Whoa. Why is there an outside texture? Oh, that's why there's an outside texture. Okay. Dude, that's so blue. Oh, this isn't sealed. Oh, it's that. Or is it a different spot? It's like that's supposed to be sealed. I don't know. It's called Bone Pillar. I always forget that. Bionis is technically part of Tephra Cave. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I always forget that this is technically a part of Tephra Cave. Which is why I was just confused for a minute. Like, huh? There's no... Like, I just thought for a minute there was no reason for there to be for anything to actually be here. Okay, no, this is the Brog bit. I'm looking to try and get down here. That's where I want to go. There we go. That's easier. Oh, this awkward camera. 1 second. Spin. It's this way, isn't it? I'm trying to get to the high-end tier ship. Huh? Okay. No, so this is the high-end tier ship. I'm just too far away from it. It's not loaded in. I don't know, because of the doors. Kind of off topic, but I wish more than this game that Xenoblade 2 had out of bounds hacks. Because there's so many unseen areas I want to see. For example, the other shoulder of Morardain, the back of Uriah, Shell of Tantal, neck of Gorma, and more. It is, I bet it's possible. Because I reckon that, again, all this is an emulator with a free camera mod. It's not even a mod, it's built into the emulator. So I bet it wouldn't be too hard to go through and find an emulator that can emulate Switch games. Just see if it... I'm even going to give it the best possible chance. I'm spawning right at the entranceway. We'll go back and forward to see if it wants to trigger the cutscene. A Gower Plain. I recently bought the Japanese Xenoblade Chronicles 2 art book. Can't wait to see all the cool concepts in there. I have that one as well. It's really... I didn't like Xenoblade 2 at first. I think this is very important. Sort of like a big thing. Like, I didn't like the look of the game at first. And then when I finally bought it, I was so happy that I did. Yeah, I mean, I can get it. Hang on. Hang on. Let there be light! I'm just gonna quickly turn chat off. I say turn it off, it's just not on screen anymore. That's Adam. I'm going the wrong way into characters. Which one do you want, Uriah? No, it's not the collector's edition one because I never bought the game. I bought it afterwards, the Japanese art book. Oh, that's not the one I have. Mine is landscape orientation. Yeah, you'd have had the one with the original game. This is the one that came afterwards that has... I think it has everything that has and more. No, that's not it. No, this is Corner concept art. I mean, there's your Uriah concept art. Yeah, I think you're getting the same one as me, Ethan, because this is the Japanese art book, so I can't read any of it. There's not enough Xenoblade merchandise available in general. Imagine not on pushing. So it'd be cool to definitely travel around the outside of the Urian Titan, which I think we're going to be able to do in Xenoblade 3. Concept art for the inside of it, which looks great. Like some of these areas, I mean that, nope, right at the top of this finger could have been beautiful. That exists, it's just not official. Oh yeah, see, there's a sky. I feel bad for derailing this stream a little bit. No, it's fine. I'm trying to look for the Tanto. I don't know. But yeah. Let's go back. That's what I meant. Yeah, there's some really neat stuff in it. I'm really happy I ended up getting that book. Okay, so this didn't trigger the cutscene. Oops. What area haven't we looked in? Haven't looked in Sator Marsh. We need more Xenoblade figurines that aren't just the waifus. Like, give us a Yaodabow figurine and I will literally sell myself for it. Cool, now I can safely cancel my order. I've seen you Ryan Sky. Yeah, do you want to just see the whole book? And just go through? Oh, I don't know if I want to buy on this amiibo, but I'd love a little statue of both of them together. This is the one area that I'm changing to nighttime. I say one area, maybe I'll do the same thing for Valak Mountain. Dude, I always forget that there's these things here. This is obviously what was represented on the mini model. I always forget that they're here. Interesting way that they've done the trees. Wow, none of this is loaded in when you're not close. None of it at all. Dark Pond, Exile Fortress. Exile Fortress is kind of loaded in. The treasure chest is... Can we talk for a minute? Is this actually here? What? There is, but there's no treasure. Let's move. Let me just move closer. I was kind of hoping for a Shulk figure to go with the Melia one they're making. That's the thing though, isn't it? It is waifus. So they might do at like a later date. Like, I think we need to get past Xenoblade 3 merch first. See if they'll even do that. Really? These aren't loaded in? I guess not. Okay. Is there actually... There's no treasure chest here. Did they add this in for Definitive Edition? A unifigure. That's what I mean. There's... Let's get past Xenoblade 3 merch first, because anyone else definitely gonna get... Yeah, definitely. I think the situation is at the moment that they're probably going to I reckon they're really going to try with Xenoblade 3. And what I mean by that is properly try to make it a proper big series franchise in Nintendo. Yeah, I know it is, but there's no treasure there. There's no treasure chest. Where is it? Just hoping I can get a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 vinyl record. I have the Xenoblade 1. Is that behind me? It's in the box. They only have expensive merchandise. At the moment. But consider the lack of it. All they have for merchandise, there's nothing really here, is the figurines. And what you get... figurines, art books, and what you get from pre-ordering or collector's editions or anything along the lines of that. There's no... There isn't a lot in the way of actual... in the way of actual merch. Dude, RSC looks gorgeous. Oh, but half of the island. Oh, it's because we're looking that direction. Okay, that makes sense. Even though Prison Island's still in. You can see the lighthouse. I prefer Alchemos music to RSC's. See, there's nothing in these pods. I don't think you're going to get Xenoblade 3 music on Spotify because of one thing. Nintendo. Oh, it's a shame this place is so hard to explore. Is it? I don't know. It can be a bit awkward to get from place to place with transporters. Love that sunset horizon. I love these textures that they've used for this. Oh yeah, that they've used for this area. It's beautiful. We need knock on volleyball. This area is so peaceful. Just waiting for a clock that only says Rhine. Keep his ones like keychains and stuff. Yep. Xenoblade Warriors would be sick instead of Fire Emblem. Gets another Warriors game. Is Fire Emblem actually that big of a franchise? Because I didn't think it was. Like, I know there's been a lot more games, but that's completely different from a franchise being big. It's a shame this place is so hard to explore. I love that sunset horizon. Yeah, it needs to be said again how hard this HD texture pack goes. Yeah, it makes everything look... You know, next time I replay this game, I'm rather tempted to do it with this. Gee. Erith Sea is gorgeous. I just wanted to see what it's like in Prison Island. Oh, can you go to the head at the top of the horn and show the view? It's much bigger than Xeno. Do. Yeah, it's like Alex said as well. This is a 2D rendition of the Mechanis. The sword just ends, so the two are separate. Okay. I don't think I'm exactly right in terms of camera positioning. Let's get to the very tip. Go on then, take your screenshots. That is gorgeous. Should have made the head its own area. I think the head being able to go inside of it could have been neat, like in terms of a cave. But I don't think you should have been able to go outside of it. The memories are strong. What? You say the memories are strong? What? Because you've been here before? Oh. I just love what they do with this area and how bright the sky is, and just, oh, it is gorgeous. They never released the definitive edition OST. I know I've got a code to some of the songs with it, but I haven't got all of them. But then again, I just mainly download most of the songs off of YouTube anyway, because the ones that I got with the pre-order aren't actually that good. Hang on. This camera can be so finicky. Imagine sliding down the horn and diving into the sea. Biggest water slide ever. I mean, the horn alone. Like, I wanted to do a video on it and then I realised someone else had done it and I got sad. But the horn alone on the Bionis is like a massive portion of Mount Everest. Like, the Bionis is so much taller than anything we have. But yeah, just... Whee! Actually, by the way, shield surfing then when you get to the end, I'd like to see. Actually, if you tried diving, you might just smack into Prison Island. Weep. It's doable. Okay. Is anybody bothered about the tomb? Wind bomb. I get the rips from the game. Yeah, I just download them off YouTube for bits and pieces. Is anybody bothered about actually looking at the high-end tier tomb? Actually, can we go to this version of Prison Island? Wouldn't this version have... Does it have the shields up? Really? Why can we visit this version of... See, I didn't think that would be the case. I've been under the impression that if there was a location which wasn't finished... Damn. They even got the bridge. Where is it? That's the tower. How high up is there? Is this low poly? I know it's so far away. It is low poly. I bet we can't get in though, can we? Let me in. Oh. Oh. I don't think we're ever actually supposed to get here. Ah, I'm up against a wall. That won't work. Hang on. Let me see if I can jump over. I mean, I actually don't like... Is it going to stop playing now? I don't like the final area one because I think it's just obnoxiously loud. Interesting! We can go in. And there is a teleporter. I'm worried I'm going to take too much fall damage. Teleport. Nope. Where does this take us? Interesting. These have spawned. Level 40. So this is the first area. That's the Dio map area, so it's just one big map and they locked the second part the first time. But this is what I mean. I expected these liars to be flying around. Oh, they're not in because I'm not staring at any. I expected them to have been spawned in along with the barrier because the only time you'd access this area is with the barrier. But I guess not. Alright, where does this take me? This takes me to the top. Always cool to see Prison Island during the least scary time of day. Yeah, whilst there isn't a war going off as well. Ooh. His staff's already here. And Zanza isn't. I was curious if he would be. He's not in the ground or anything stored underneath. I'm just curious if he's hiding somewhere and they drag the model in. Probably not. They probably just do it through the cutscene. This is kind of funny though because his staff's down there, so all this should be illuminated and lit up, powering up, but it's not. Yeah, and there's no... Damn. Got the true height of Prison Island now. Interesting. All of RC is. They get rid of Zanza to put Juju there instead. Stop. Just stop, please. Stop. Okay. That's interesting. See, this is the sort of stuff that I'm curious about, where just actually getting to an area that I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be. And having a look at what's about. I did already have a look at Valak Mountain. Might not have been on this save. No. I attempted to get Shulk to the top of the spire, but I accidentally jumped through it. No, the Monardo's not here. That'd have been funny if this was the version of Seal Tower with the Monardo. Okay. No, let's reset and go up. And we're just going to keep going up and 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 up. Let's set the time of day. So I think we're still moving up as well whilst I'm doing this. Yeah. There's a spire. There it is. See, I did the same thing for Alchemoth. I was curious if they would have put... No, that's higher, isn't it? I was curious if they'd have put any, like a... I don't know, just an Easter egg or something at the tip. Something that nobody's ever going to see without mods. I just thought that'd be cute. Right. That's... Oh. No, that's Spire Tower. Did I then move over to... Yeah, I then moved over to that thinking that was higher. Dude. That's cool. They should have just scattered random knopping around these on reach. Yeah, it's just something like... a knock-on at the top. Would have just been funny. Because I checked the top of Alchemoth and there's nothing there and I got really sad. This sky texture's a bit in the way. It's also so foggy that you can't make anything out. What is that? What's this? Why is this here? What's this attached to and when is it needed? Can I even look down and... Yeah, I can still see. Why is this here? Oh, that was a bit laggy. I don't know. Okay. Only places we haven't been to so far are the Mechanis Fields, the Central Factory, and the new Prison Island. Which, I'll be honest, there's not really much at the new Prison Island. There's no, unfortunately, there's no teleporter to the space area. I already tried. Yeah, so you get up here where normally you'd face Dixon, but there's nothing here. So there's no teleporter or anything that you'd normally take to get to that area. Unfortunately. I've just always liked the red skybox. Yeah. It is really cool just how they did this, and I don't get that though. Like, what's going on? Just okay. I think it looks so nice with the blue lanterns too. Yeah, I just don't get where it is. Like, is this supposed to be inside the brain of the Bionis? I don't know. I just never really understood where it went inside. I wonder if this teleporter works. Nope. No, in fairness, it doesn't have anywhere to teleport me to, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, there's nothing. There's not actually anything here, unfortunately. I wish we could make it to the spacey bit, but we can't, because I wanted to have a look around there and have a look at something, and I could have shown the mistake they made with it. Should be. It just kind of sunk down when Zanza did his thing. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so there's nothing here. And I haven't actually looked at the Central Factory and Mechanis Fields. I mean, we could have a look at that massive door. I wonder if it'll be open. Because it's supposed to open when you're further away. So, no, it's not. It's not open. And it doesn't. Okay. This is a cool area where you fight Jadeface for one of the coolest boss battles. Oh, are they like elevators? Dude, what? Why are the lasers? Will they kill me? Dude, the speed. Oh my god. What? What was aggroed onto me? Good, the bulkhead's opening. Does this kill me? No. Okay, so I triggered the opening of that. What aggroed me? I'm gonna go back down again. Although, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to get through. No. So, you can only get through with the help of space jump. No, I did see some mech spawn. You. So are you guys permanently here? Interesting, permanently here. And the aggro regardless of level. Don't want to spoil... okay, once again, thank you, 7... Nope, no, actually, I'm going to wait until the announcement comes up. Because it's not fair for everybody else. Away! There we go. Thank you, 7Kant, for the super chat. Don't want to spoil anything, but any thoughts on why they kept the scene the same in Xenoblade Definitive Edition from the original at the end with Klaus? Why they kept the scene the same? Why would they have changed it? I genuinely don't know why they would have changed it. Because... no, I can't think of a reason. Why would they have changed it? Why? Why is that still sounded? It's much Xenoblade 2 version. But it still does. Aside from just keeping it consistent as a remake, it's entirely possible that these events are just what Elvis remembered. He may not have known about everything else or something. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they are the same. Even if they don't exactly line up. The events that occurred are virtually the exact same. And it does actually raise a very good question of why they didn't, can, like you say, actually maybe consistent with being a remake. Who knows? Could there be more to it than that? Yeah, this is just kind of dull. Let's go to Central Factory. It's a difficult one to answer, actually. It's a very good question. Good pint. Good one. I haven't got any pints with me. I need some more water, though, because my lips are chaffing again. Oh. That's no longer fresh, but it will do the job. Central Factory, one of my favourite tunes, and one of my favourite Mechanis areas. God, I just love all the moving parts. And that's just... I always thought this looked so just cool. Nice pint of water. Yeah. I don't know how big that bottle is, but it's more than a pint. Once again, this isn't all loaded in. Nice texture. That's kind of cute. God, I just love this area for like all the secrets and everything. Is it possible with emulator to go to Mechanis areas after its destruction? I don't know. The issue is I don't have a save with the Mechanis destroyed. Hang on. Dolphin. Drag this onto this tab. Mute Dolphin and restart the music. Dolphin, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 100%. Because I can load with Dolphin. I can load saves. Yeah, save state. So if I can get a save from somebody else, then I might be able to load that in and load from that save state. What do I want to save? Let me save it in games. Xenoblade Wii. Can't see chat. They had chance to change it, but they chose not to. They changed the computer color to match the Mechanis 2, though. Altering that cutscene would have been more work than it's worth. You'll have to stream this again sometime. Yeah, let's have a quick... Okay. Load state from file. I was just sat there thinking, like, where is it? It's not there. Is it? What? Unknown or corrupt image file. Saved on top of Nopon Tower, notoriously hard to get. do. Actually, what version am I playing? USA Asia. This is North America. The other issue is that I don't actually know. I'm probably doing something really wrong here. Like, I wonder if I need to drop it into... Like, I probably need to drop it somewhere in here. But I don't know where I'd put it. But no. So for now, no, I don't. Unless I could figure out how to do it. What's this about Reddit? 381 saves from all different points in the game, includes a new game plus, also available region free, use on both oh, is it? Oh, this is the download here. How do I download it? I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna do it, to be honest. Oops, that one. So yeah, I want the game volume back. It'll be something that I'll try and do. This gives me flashbacks to any time I try to do something technical. The absolute headache of troubleshooting. Yep. It's whenever it's something that's not planned as well. Like it was something that I wanted to have a look at because I wanted to have a look at the Mechanis locations myself, and I don't see why not with the cheat that I have to go anywhere. But yeah, it'll probably be something that I'll try at a later point in time and have a look at some of the future bits. Yep, and this takes us through to the core or the Apocrypha. This is cool. I mean, Apocrypha always was cool. It looks so badass. Okay, so what's... Okay, I think it's just a void as well. Which makes sense. There's no reason for anything to be spawned in. Absolutely no reason other than what can be. Why do they go so far back? God damn. There's a giant hog there for no reason. Can you ever see that? I doubtful. What's that? Oh, is that the... Yeah, that's just the really bright stuff. Yeah. I mean, this is virtually it. I can't really think of many other places now to suggest. Considering we've been to virtually all of them. But that's Xenoblade 1 out of bounds. Ooh. Good stretch. Unless there's anywhere else that anybody wants to have a look at before we call it a night, I think that could be the end of this stream. I can go on for a bit longer if there's somewhere that people want to see. Can you go to space from Prison Island 2? No. There's no teleporter, there's no access, and unfortunately there's no access. Learned a lot about this game today. Thanks so much for the tour. Not a problem. Not a problem. Happy to oblige. Because there was a lot of things actually that I've looked around and seen today. I had a quick look myself prior, which is how I got like the Mechanis core screenshot for the thumbnail and such, but yeah, there wasn't anything actually else around there. Yeah, there's no teleporter. So even though it does actually have its own place on the map, it doesn't show up, so I don't know where to fast travel to. And it's not an actual place and location. It's unfortunately not on my list of places that I can spawn into. Later. See you, Jared. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for for most people, isn't there? There's not really anywhere else that to go in this game. I mean, I think we've seen virtually all of it. Oh, that's bright. Don't really think there's anywhere else. Thanks for the visit then, no problem. Feel free to jump back in. I've got a couple of other things that I wanted to do stream-wise in the near future. In terms of different things, I imagine you could probably get to the space memory the same way you did with Bionis shoulder, but that's effort. The issue is I haven't got the codes. There's no cheat for it when it reloads back in. There's no cheat for it. I've only got Colony 9 Beta, Bionis shoulder, and Junks, and these are all the cheats that I have available to me. Increase all stats, max current AP, no EXP if money change. I'm gonna need to work on my Minecraft Sword Valley soon. That's gonna be incredible when it fixes. It's not to scale, is it though? I worry for your health if it's to scale. That'd be so awful. I can just picture trying to do it to scale. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I've skipped. I'm trying to put it to scale. God. Oh, that'd be... That's ridiculous. I'm almost finished, to be honest. How long have you been at it? There's a map of the whole world of this game out there in progress. Once that's done, I might play Minecraft. Minecraft is fun anyway, but yeah, I can see how that would be difficult. Okay, no, that only activates New Game Plus mode. That doesn't activate... Yeah, enable character change. Modify... A bit less than a year, and I'm not doing it every day. That's not too bad then. I mean, a year is still a long time to be going at something, but still. Infinite health, max EXP on game, max EXP up, max EXP up, shop items are free, instant cooldown. These are all the extra ones, aren't they? No, there's nothing to... No. Oh. Oh, I have got that. Well, I wish I fucking knew I had that. I've been spending all day doing this when I could have just... If you have Minecraft, you could visit my map one day. Would be happy to show you around. I don't know if I've got it on this PC. I'd be down. Absolutely. That'd be really interesting actually for a video. Exploring like some Xenoblade maps in Minecraft. That'd be cool. I've never hung out in a stream before, but I've been in a Xenoblade mood starting. But I was thinking from being here, so thanks again everyone. No worries. I'm just taking my little break at the moment, and this is just the sort of streams that I want to be doing. Just streams where I'm chilling and not focusing it. I mean, I now have to continue playing Xenoblade X. I've got a Xenoblade X project that I'm working on in terms of re-recording all the cutscenes. So I have cheated in that as well. But I have quite a bit to do in terms of that. Let's cancel that off. Splendid. Webcam full, because we don't need anything else. We'll load chat back in. Wait, is this the end? I just came back, fair enough. Yeah, we've kind of been through every area when anyone else plays X, but I can't. I can send some screenshots to see if it interests you. If you have a Discord, we can keep in touch. Yeah, I mean, I've got, I should probably mention this. I have a Discord server. Nope, not this one. This is UMN with, holy moly, Alex has got some people watching. Damn, dude. I do have a Discord server. One of the things that I plan to do over my little hiatus break here is to actually organize this, because it is a mess and there is no rules. There is one role. It's a mess. So it's one of the things that I plan to do over this coming weeks. So feel free to join. I don't know if it's the description of this. Is it in the description? Nope. It's in the description of any one of my normal videos. Because I always link to my Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. So feel free if you want to join the Discord server. I'm only going to properly advertise it once I've actually gone through and sorted all the channels out. I'll probably get the generic win knuckle with Frex starts with. But yeah, X is really fun. The only issue with that is, hello, Timus dude. Hello. Yeah. I've just got. I can kind of show you. So, like I said before, what I've been spending my break basically doing is organizing any of this. Keeping in mind that everything in all of these folders. So this is every single cutscene from the game. Of course, I picked chapter 9, the one with the fewest cutscenes, but every single cutscene I've organized, which was normally in a mess, into all the folders, all of my Heart to Hearts, all the New Game Plus, and I've done that all for Definitive Edition, and I'm starting to do that now for X. But I've had to go through and re-record all the cutscenes, but with my cosmetics on that I want the characters to have, or what I have them wearing. So I'm only up to chapter... Yeah, I've just done A Friend in Need, and I just need to do chapter 6. So I've had a fair bit to do. I've joined. I have seen, thank you very much. Yeah, feel free to drop some screenshots in there in either a random channel, because it doesn't really matter at the moment, or when it's all organised, just drop it through into a certain channel and I'll have a look. And when it's finished, I might have a look, because I know I had a version of Minecraft, but I don't think I had the right version of Minecraft on it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. It's been a blast exploring all of the world of Bionis and the Mechanis, and seeing all of the out of bounds areas and just exploring. Hope you've all enjoyed. I will be streaming again some point, hopefully soon. There's a few things, like I say, that I want to get done. I've got a whole big list of things that I want to get organised and sorted and finished on. So once I've got that, then yeah. Thank you and goodbye. Thanks so much. This was super fun. Catch you next stream. I can send you private. Yeah, sure. No worries. Bye.